Hey, good afternoon. I'm Darryl Stevens. Today, I'm going to give my perspective on this scenario with the disgruntled parent. Um, just from a holistic look at this scenario, a lot of different things went through my mind. Um, Working in a high school that has a lot of moving parts, from dual enrollment to kids who leave during the middle of the day to go to our career and college academy, which is adjacent to our school. Even parents that come in and out of the day. But so some of the things I thought about talking about law enforcement, because there was never a description given of the father or a description of the vehicle, what the possible time you could arrive, things of that nature. Even a description of possibly what the weapon may look like. But so those are some of the questions in addition to asking them, um, in the meantime, what could we do on our side or within the building? And what type of communication do I need to have my staff to be ready for and to talk to the father about, just in case he does contact the school? So those are some of the questions I would want to talk to law enforcement about, and also additionally talk to my staff for how to prep for those conversations. Right now, as far as my school, looking at this scenario, we have two different levels of lockdown, which is like a soft lockdown where students' movement is limited only to class and the restrooms. There's no outside movement as far as going to our weight room, which is um, disconnected from our school, or our OTC program. So most of those kids, if we have a soft lockdown, would be held within the confines of the gym. And then we go to a full blown lockdown, which can be activated by our strategics badge. Our custodians, teachers, anyone in the building with that strategics badge can actually initiate a lockdown by pressing that button. So we have that system in place that helps us with going to a full blown lockdown, which is, maybe something in the proximity of police chase or bank robbery, or maybe even unidentified person within the building. We may go to a full lockdown, or even active shooter, which we call that a code red. And everyone knows at that point, movement cease, nobody moves. So those are some current lockdown procedures we have in place. One of the things I did think about in the midst of looking at this is possibly using some of the tactics our military base use that's in close to us, as far as they have different threat levels, and maybe installing something out front to let parents know, our students who's coming back on campus, to know that something's actually going on. We're on full blown lockdown. So that was one of the things I thought about actually after looking at this scenario, because as a father did get on campus and I got kids coming back on campus from college and things of that nature, that could become a easier hostage situation. So if he got that disgruntled. So those are one of the things I thought about as well. As far as my staff, um, communication with the parent, possible parent, to know that, just let them know that we don't disperse or disseminate information over the telephone, as far as a district policy, confidentiality, but also to not to agitate the possible suspect into coming to the school and doing something crazy, which, mm, at this point, it possibly could happen. So those are some of the things I thought about, reading the scenario, looking at what possibly could escalate from this situation. One other thing I looked at, as far as with our lockdown and the perimeter, is that we normally keep one of our coaches, male coach, towards the exit doors. We also have installed kind of window covering, so if there's a outside shooter or anything, they can't see directly into the building. So it's kind of tinted windows, something of that nature as well. So any type of de-escalation or any type of thing that we can to minimize a threat for outside or active shooter, we have kind of looked at those by just no simple text, like simple techniques like that. So in this situation, I think more than anything else is to ensure that we know what the person looks like, to have a description more than anything else. So we'll know how to proceed and like I said, minimize loss or minimize anything to our students by making sure doors are locked and students are in classrooms and they are aware of the situation by going through the trainings of avoid and deny, making sure doors and lights are off, um, and cell phones are not being used as well. So those are some of the things that we have put in place. Those are some things I see possibly could happen in this scenario to protect the students, and more than anything else, to prevent parents from driving up to get kids from school that would, like I said, possibly cause a hostage situation. So that's my take on the scenario. Thank you, guys.